How's it going? How are you doing today? We're just getting started and going live here in a bit. I'm getting everything prepared. Good to have you on. Give me a second. Stir up my inks real quick. All right, so hopefully it's enough light so we can do some work. Well, thank you very much. Getting the third volume together. I'm ready to start the fourth one already, but I think I'll take a break when that comes around. Like take a week off. I appreciate that. Thank you. I know it's random that I'm like starting this early. Hopefully the lighting's good enough and everything. So at the moment, after I'm done streaming, I'm working on getting things ready for the international stuff for Under God. So the books are available in Japan and Canada and all those other places. Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you. Right now I'm just doing my pencils before I start laying ink down. Question: when you draw bodies, how do you turn the figure with that box-like foundation within the box, or well, I'll use like different angles, perspective points, and stuff. I always see them as like 3D models, kind of moving around my head. Guidelines really help out. Hopefully the lighting's good enough for you to see, because my little lamp, the light on that, is out, so I have to replace that. So hopefully it's not too dim. Okay, thank you. As long as you can see, I'm fine with that. But still, I need to get a new light. Just the funds towards volume three and getting these books done and like working the funds, getting the funds for this volume is like it's quite a feat, especially with everything going on. It's just like I literally have to strategize this whole thing. So I don't have a Kickstarter or anything like that. So I'm just relying on the sales from from the virus. And I'll get back to working, doing this stuff again. Like the whole doing the machining stuff. Yeah, it's just the situation right now in my life personally. It's causing a lot of issues because of it's no one's fault and nothing like that. It's just things happen and you can't really do anything about it except try to be there. So yeah, what is going on? Hmm. How do I say your name? But thank you. Hi. I don't want to be rude. This hand needs to go. Just redraw. Just redraw the hand all over again. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. What's going on, LeMay? How are you doing today? Trying to make sure her perspective is on, doing right on. So I want to make sure my pencils are good before we start laying inks down. I'm glad you're doing well. That's what's up. You've been drawing lately? Have any of you guys? Gotta make it like a person, like they're running. This character just running forward, and her hands gotta be like coming towards us in a way. Sorry about that. So yeah, been trying to catch up to last year level of study. I mean, just we can. Well, what have you been studying? Drawing wise? And make sure she kind of looks fluid too. Been trying to. Okay. Sally, no, I barely have time to write, but I have been reading. What have you been reading? I need this. A, a character from my card game. The card game is part of the manga too. So What's going on, Randy? Here, off. Glad I could catch your stream this time. Also glad you're still working on Undergod. Yes, I am definitely working on Undergod, or I'm enjoying it, enjoying the time to draw it and stuff. But yeah, no, good to have you here, Randy. Lost Worlds during lunch break. Perspective formed yesterday, sir, but I'm doing good on the human figure. Nice. Well, okay. Maybe I should try to do something like that in the future. Just kind of like talk about perspective to kind of help break it down a bit. She's got a staff on her back, like her fighting pole, and she got her ears. And horns. She's running because I can't talk what's going on in the story, but because of the situation, she's got a little neckerchief thing. But yeah, still working on Undergod, finishing up volume 3, and we're going to head towards volume 4. All right, let's start inking some. I got it ready to go. This case here, actually, before we start, let me get some things squared away. So yeah, when I'm working in a box of some sort and I'm working on perspective, I'll put on my perspective dots. You know, I put in. How can I say this? I think I found it, but my main problem isn't anatomy; it's form. Under it, I think I found it, but I still have some issues to solve. Like creating forms of, like if someone's standing there, or just like poses and stuff. When you could break down the shapes, then it'll make sense. And then there's the shape language that goes along with it as well. I'm doing more lines necessary than needed. That's okay. All right, we'll actually no. Let me see something real fast because I got all my pages here. I say here, and I'll pencil my pages in. You know, what I was actually doing before we got on live. But yeah, check this out. This came out pretty nice. How you doing, Coco? Well, let's see. We're near the end. Let's just say that, and we're already dropped the second volume of Under God, 284 pages, and you can get the physical copies, version Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 3 would be on its way, but it also depends on the sales and stuff, and also this international sales that I'm about to start get involved in with. So yeah, so it'd be cool if it was more popular. I want it popular here in America, but it'd be cool if it got even more popular overseas. So we'll see how that goes. Everything is a test. Everything is an experiment. We'll see how that goes. All right. Well, I'm feeling froggy right now. We're gonna have to do some jumping between pages. I'll get popular the more it'll get popular the more you make. Yes. I see. Shooting for 30 volumes because of the story. Like I have that in me. I'll be using some of this too. Yeah. But right now I got my speedball, and we're going old school. Traditional. Listen to some Zelda music, some chill music, and just getting these pages done. But no, you're right. The more you make, the bigger the audience will come. So I'm dedicating a lot of my time into Under God and another project. It was gonna be released this year, but with everything I'm learning, I'm like, you know what? Let's hold back on it because I want this new project to be special, just like Under God. I wanted to have that. It's just the approach, the way I'm going about it. It's needed. The time definitely it's needed. It needs to bake in the oven for a bit because that cake ain't done. Yeah, it's always good to. One of my approaches I like to do is you draw one character first. You start with the characters, and then you do your backgrounds. And I stress it, and I repeat myself a lot, but it really helps with the progress. If you're working traditional, it's good to have several pages set out, ready to go, so you can work on it. So like, if one page is drying, you want to jump to the next one, so you can have a steady flow. Yeah, it's just like Finding Nemo, but you just got to keep swimming. Yeah, the audience will come. They'll show up. I'm like, I think in one post I said once I hit 5 volumes, then maybe it'll get some traction. Someone, I mean, I'm happy with people that's seeing it now, but I feel I can push it more. That's why I'm looking into the whole international stuff. Even, like even today, like I have to stop drawing so I can go business study this stuff and figure this out. Because with this thing, I'm wearing many hats, I could say. I love the creation part. Don't get me wrong, of course. Uh, it's just it's the business part. Oh, what is going on, Mason? If I draw like no one is watching, I get the truth. Yeah, I agree. It'll be a gem, just like with Mason. Yes, Mason is a creator as well, and no, oh well, I'll be, but yeah, no, and also it's how you title your stuff too. But you, in a way, you just do it as no one's showing up. Even when I'm doing this stuff, like I have that mindset, like I don't have that expectation, like, hey, I need this many. I always think like no one's gonna show up. I always have that thing in my head where I'm just like, no one's gonna show up, but you know what? Let's go anyways. Yeah, yeah. But now I'm just kind of looking at it as like, well, what can I do to get this out there in the audience eyes, you know? And it dawned on me like last night. I said, dude, you have to get this international, put this under God out for international. So I was like, okay, it's a good time now because now there's two books. The third one's about to drop, and hope and you know with the international stuff, it can help boost the sales and also bring new customers in and new people. Um, so yeah, it's just a lot of brainstorming on my end. You know, I don't know if I should have her shoes come out. Yeah, I should. It's got to come out like this, and then add in all the shading and all that stuff. Zelda music really helps. Any kind of adventure kind of music kind of deal. I always see writing stories and stuff like an RPG in some way. Depends on what I'm writing. And even when I'm writing, I know I'm like going off and on, but you know those like old school RPGs like on the Super Nintendo, like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger, and they always had you know how the characters would talk to each other and they have the word boxes over their head and stuff, and just kind of walk in a room or you know I see things like that if I need a quick breakdown of a situation or characters talking things out. I always see it kind of like that, kind of help push and progress things. I know, went off a tangent, a weird one, but I'm just expressing. Eduardo, how are you? Where do you live? I get some French mon for advice if they are any use by a Korean guy trying to speak English. Oh wow, how are you doing? I'm actually from the Philippines, but my father is black, so I'm Malaysian, I guess. So I'm like black and Filipino. But no, but I live in Ohio. Maybe it's that Ohio accent. But yeah, no. What an observation. A Korean guy trying to speak English. Boomer question: are you on Facebook? I'm getting serious on getting monetized there because I've heard that you can make money by posting images. I yeah okay. I've had Facebook. I've gotten rid of it. I had to get rid. It was like last year, was it? So I was, yeah, no, like I had it, but damn, it's like anytime I post up on like an anime site or like some kind of manga, you know, to get eyes on it, like then I'd get something like, "Hey, are you this person and that?" You know, and then I have to confirm my stuff, and then I have this wait on confirming on who I am. So I was like, ah, screw this. So at some point, I will have to start Facebook again. It does help. I ain't gonna lie, it did help. Where can I read the manga and what is the story about? Well, I will give you briefly about the manga. You can, you know what? At some point, maybe when I after I drop volume 3, maybe I'll have the first chapter free for volume 1 and maybe for volume 2 as well, so people can read it free on the site. Because right now you could get the physical copies. 2 seconds. I'll check that. Check the chat out here in a second. 2 seconds. And just get her eyes in real fast. Her eyes are tricky because she's got like her pupils are not like round like ours. October. All right, so what is your favorite food, manga, restaurant, anime, game, and what are your inspiration for manga comics? What's going on, Grog? I will. Oh well, what city I live in, I can't give that out. Then I'll get weird people at my door. Um, let's see. So Undergod is pretty much well. I have to be vague about it because there's so much in there, and so in Undergod in Volume One so far you meet sevens in October. Let's say to be brief and blunt about it. So Undergod is pretty much about sevens in October traversing the world of Primera, and Primera is inhabited by cannibals, people that are fascinated with the moon god Bellumo. Bellumo is the religion of Primera, so everyone worships the moon, and there's more history to that too. So I'm being very vague, like I said, but yeah, you get to traverse with them in the world of Primera and learn about the world, the characters, some of the people, the history, the lore, and everything up to its end, of course. So yeah, yeah, everyone lives in Ohio, but yeah, I can't give that out too much. I still need you to teach me some inking. I've been penciling a lot of stuff, but I'm scared of that ink. It's like a swimming pool. At some point, you got to jump in. So, and you know what kind of helps? You can sit here, stipple little dots, make lines and strokes on a scrap piece of paper, and then from there, your confidence grows. And everyone's confidence is at like different levels. I can't be like, all right, you've tried it a few times. All right, well, start doing your book. Take a scrap piece of paper, work on, lines like this. How close can you get? How fast can you move? Practice little techniques. And then when you're comfortable, like, you know what, I can do this. Let's do it. And then it goes from there. But I won't say just go ahead and jump into your book if you haven't been inking. Get some practice first. But that's my advice. Index cards and just practice them. Oh, you're in Cali, where the weather's nice. Probably expensive out there too, ain't it? Everywhere is expensive. There we go. David Finch, he's so great with his inking. Yeah, he is. He's good in his own right. You can use brushes, you can use your nibs, whatever you want to use. Yeah, the weather's nice. Uh, but the rent sucks. Yeah, like like living in Manhattan, like you get this small ass apartment and you're paying for a 2,000. Well, it's more than that now for a closet. And then we gotta put cameras in our cars. What kind of shit is that? What media have you been getting into lately? I've been on a Breath of Fire RPG. Oh, I didn't know you like Breath of Fire, dude. That game is fucking awesome. Man, now you want to play that. Shoot, jeez. Right now I've been playing Warhammer with my brother and nephew. So they've been playing the hell out of that, the Dark Tide and also the Space Marines. But I would really like to get back into Breath of Fire 3. I want to beat that. That's like one I haven't beat. And 4 too. They're very good games and the music is awesome. So I always go back to those because of that feeling, that RPG feeling. So like when I play those games, I ain't gonna lie, that's where a lot of my stories could, start where I feel like, oh, this is awesome. I like the feel of the pace, the adventure, what's to come, the uncertainty. And in some way, I just want to write that into my own work. I've had this story for a long time, so, and other stories. But this story is like one of those promises that I had with the ethereal to say, hey, dude, you gotta get this book done because you just have to. Or Pen and Ink by Alfonso Dunn is a great resource. If you need help with that, I definitely go check them out. Me personally, I'd rather just learn on my own. See, I prefer the art of the Breath of Fire 1 and 2 cover. Yeah. Which one? The Japanese or the American version? Because when we got the American version of Breath of Fire 1, it was like a straight up Todd McFarlane, like Rob Liefeld art. And then when I was like, oh, this is a Japanese game, you know, um, Breath of Fire 2 was awesome. Um, but yeah, the gameplay in 3 and 4, it got more refined, so much better. And I love the music in the game. I love the feel of those games, like period, like how uh, they just make me feel. It just reminds me of a time when things were awesome and a little easier. So in a way, I guess I do this kind of stuff so I don't want to lose all that. People that's never experienced it will never know. So in some ways, like you're trying to like revive it through your work. Well, in a way, I could say I speak for myself on that. I try to revive that stuff through my work in some way. It's amazing how the series progressively get better. Yeah, I didn't like Dragon Quarter. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't care for Dragon Quarter. Breathfire 5 on PS2. What is going on? Your favorite fish? My favorite fish would be red snapper. Oops, I'm like sitting on my cord and stuff. Sorry, but yeah, it's good to have you on. Yeah, no, they do get better. I'm sure at some point maybe I have to go back and try Breath of Fire 5 and just give it a chance. It's just I guess I didn't like the whole underground thing, and I'm like used to Breath of Fire being outside and seeing all the world and stuff, and then when Dragon Quarter came out, I was like, oh, what the hell? When are we ever gonna, you know? I never beat the game. I never got to really, I was watching my friend play it, and I just couldn't get into it. And maybe I should try again. Main art style, the whole game, not the just the box art. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I do. Yes. Yeah, I like the whole that era, that feel of that art style. I know what you mean. That 90s anime wasn't like everyone didn't have like yeah, no, it had that aesthetic, that 90s aesthetic. It kept true to that. like a Record of Lotus War kind of deal. Oh, yeah, that's really that's who I thought. Yeah, that's who I thought would did the artwork for the Breath of Fire, like four especially. That did the artwork for Street Fighter Alpha. Third Strike was like one of my favorites. I love the artwork in Third Strike. Even when that game came out, like how the characters move, the fluid, how they was awesome. If anyone wants to play Third Strike with me, I have to warn you, I'm kind of a Street Fighter god over here. Make sure her eyes are even, or else they'll look janky. Give her little freckles. And then we can come back and start filling in her hair and all that. Just much have been kind of design. Velocity cap. Wanted to push during that era. They also did their music too, like Marvel versus Capcom too, like one of my favorite games. I liked it over Marvel versus Capcom 3. I do. I just did. Um, but they had like a jazz, like that certain that music, and it wasn't in Marvel versus Capcom 3. Like that. Capcom was on a certain move, how they did stuff then. Now everything gets like streamlined and cookie cutter and cold and loses its human touch. So here, draw sevens, get him going here. So he also draws for Breath of Fire art for fun. So that's cool. Who's your favorite character on Breath of Fire? Throw out of them. I always like Kat. I thought she was cool. What's going on, Buddha Love? Namaste. How are you? Good to have you here. There we go. But yeah, Kat was my favorite character on Breath of Fire. Her design. Um, Another game was it? I'd like to beat the Dragon Quest games. Like that'd be cool. Jean from Breath of Fire 2. Oh, the plant guy, right? No, 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 the frog dude. Yeah, the French frog. Yeah, yeah, he was cool. And then I love it. Man, now you make me want to freaking play the game. It's like yeah, that was a really cool game. He had the golden fly where you had to feed it and stuff to the had to go catch it or something. Dude, now I gotta go play it. Thank you, Mason. That's like one of my favorite games, like that. I know I keep stressing and saying it, but it is. Yeah, it's like yeah. Breath of Fire definitely captured that '90s feel, like that whole aesthetic. Well done. So yeah, you guys definitely give that game a shot. Let's see. Another game I would like to definitely beat, and it's one of my favorite games, and one of my favorite artists as well. The guy that did Vagrant Story, and also did Final Fantasy 12. I want to say his artwork. Yeah, I love his art. Momo and Gar are in the second, third. Oh yeah, no robot. The fourth one had some. I love the fourth one was. I love the design in the fourth as well. The sprites on the 3D backgrounds. The 3D backgrounds were cool themselves because how they colored the back. Didn't it had that pixelated look, but it felt like the sprites were part of the game. Like they didn't feel separate. They felt like yeah. Momo was the magician chick, right? And Gar was the dragon guy, kind of like Tiger Dude. Yeah. Okay. So the fourth one had the robot chick, where she was in like in a suit, right? It's been so long. Yeah, Momo was the engineer. Yes. Yeah, those games are like bring back very good memories. That's up there with Vagrant Story and how's that other game? Ah, shoot, it'll come back. It'll come to me. It's an RPG. But yeah. How are you doing, Tenya? How are you? It's good to have you here. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they're like characters like almost being reincarnated into another into another timeline in within that universe. Like the main character always. Um, yeah, I agree. Even Nina, the fairy chick with the wings from Windia. Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree. Okay, we're gonna let this dry. I guess we could put my hand here and then smear it because I could knock that out. But I should probably draw seven space real quick. Just get his face out the way. And he's talking in this scene. 2 seconds. So I might have to put some Breath of Fire music on to kind of help with the mood. Is this something with the RPG music and the whole adventure, the feeling of all that is, the uncertainty, getting your group together to do this task. Like even in Undergod, eventually there's going to be a new character introduced, at the end of this volume. I'll just say that. And yeah, you never know about these characters. Will they stay? Will they go? Gotta leave some magic in there. I can't tell it all. That's why I'm very vague when someone's asked me, like, hey, what's Under God about? I have to be vague because I feel like I would give out too many good things. I want the reader to find out. Well, thank you, Ten. I appreciate that. Where are you from? Man, now I feel like playing an RPG and also like watching an old school anime. Let's see. I remember exploring the world of Breath of Fire 2, and I found party members from Breath of Fire 1, and their dialogue was literally, I don't know you. That does hurt. Now, you ever did the Chun Li stuff in Breath of Fire? Like, you'll find Chun Li uh, in the first two games, if I remember, yeah. You'll find Chun Li in those games. Dude, the shop theme in Breath of Fire 1 literally should have been a staple like Velvet Room theme. Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna have to play some Breath of Fire music. I'll do this background here, or yeah, let me draw his mouth real quick. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, that's old school stuff. I have to fix his eye on this side a bit, and then we can go ahead and blacken his hair. Let this dry, and then come back, clean up the pencils, and then go back and clean it up. I do my rough inks first, and then I'll go back and refine it all. Uh, but yeah, no, the house music, some of the town music and stuff. It's just all there, man. That's why like even Dragon Ball gives me that feel. Some of the music in Dragon Ball, that era. All these clouds. And I'll let you guys know when the international when the books are available internationally. So I'm about to go over that tonight, to go over my Shopify thing and stop being stupid and say, okay, Ralph, do this, make this happen. Any taxes or whatever happens, the government shows up at your door, fix that out, figure it out, man. You'll figure it out. So yeah, that's tonight's goal. It's crazy dense. You can only play with a guide because I think one of those games where they expect you to buy a strategy guide. I would think so. I think Breath of Fire 2, especially like the music, there was like this cave where you had to do this sound thing and make sure the notes were like dead on, and I could never get all that. And all the transformations and stuff. I love those surprises, those little surprises in those games. Makes the replay value so high. I'm trying not to touch the other panel. 2 seconds. I'll read the chat here in a second. Gotta Another thing too, when you're doing this, don't think of it as, hey, I gotta clock in work. God damn it, I gotta do. Excuse my language. I have to clock in and do my pages. Don't with that kind of attitude. Then it feels like work. When you're saying, hey, I want to do these pages because this is awesome, it becomes fun. It's not like work anymore. Are you going to translate the book for international? I would love to. Like to get physicals and actually see it in Japanese. I would totally do that. Um, I just gotta get my funds right. Then all that can happen. But right now, English at this moment. It would look cool though. All right, we're gonna let this dry and go touch this page up again. Go back to the old stack of pages. So I have 4 more pencils pages that I need to pencil out, or ink out. This is my work for today. But also have these that I need to and clean up and finish as well, like that. But we'll get into it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. It's very interesting to see everything that's going on in the indie space, but also at the same time, you just gotta keep going at it and put in your work and just say, hey, not expecting much, but I need my message to be told. I need my story to be told. What's new in the indie space? Well, I'm sure you know. You're in the indie space. Um, just the hectic stuff going on and factions being broken and at some point you're like, I'm glad I didn't get mixed up in all that. And it's just kind of good to stay in your own lane, but also reach out to those that, aren't trying to destroy you, but they also want to put out the work too and, make build a community of some sort. What's going on? What's going on, Sludge Art? How are you doing this evening, this afternoon, wherever you may be? It's good to have you on. It's good to have you guys all here. People in the indie space don't reach out to me, so I don't feel obligated to keep my ear on the ground. Well, I will reach out to you again. But no, you had Comic Con on, didn't you? But man, I'm in the same. There's other creators. I'm with you on that. They won't reach out, and I just like, okay, it's fine. And some they'll reach out and they'll say, "Hey, you want to do this, or you just, you know, this space isn't very big." Some, I guess in some way, if they're not feeling your message, then they won't reach out. In some case, like, or if they're not feeling the work or something. I mean, you deal with it, I deal with it. It's only by speculation. Like, we only can only observe and figure, try to make assumptions on why. But at some point, you say, you know what? I'll just keep doing my work, and they'll figure it out. If you build it, they will come. Was that from Field of Dreams? Or if they want to get a hold of you, they kind of want to degrade you. And it's like, what the hell is that for? Get her leaf brawl on. Comic was G4 regular chatter's idea, and I reached out to Wavy, but it doesn't feel like he's in a rush to hop on live. Oh, I like Ken. Yeah, Comic-Con's good. He's good. He's good people. Um, he's and I'll ask you again, Mason. Would you like to put an ad in Under God Volume 3? He's actually putting his ad in Volume 3. Uh, you know, of his work, just in general. I reach out, I ask. So he's cool. Um, but yeah, no, Comic yeah, cool guy. He's staying consistent on his videos, which is good. Me personally, I was trying to do something. I just, as an artist too, but I also have to, suck it in and be like, hey, you're running a business too, man. You have to be out there. Um, yeah, but with the other guy, Young Wei, I don't know. You might be able to hit him, might be able to hear from him, maybe not. I don't really know how he operates uh, since they had their little debacle. So, yeah, I guess that's not really my territory to be jumping in, but yeah, that was just a mess. So, yeah, yeah. So I wish them the best. I wish them all. But I can't say every indie creator be thinking like that. You can wish people the best, but not everyone's thinking that. Like, no, you wish me the best, fuck you, motherfucker. I can't be jealous of Ken because I cannot match his video output. I know when I'm best. I know he puts it out, man. He's got the topics. He analyzes this stuff. Me personally, I just kind of wing it and just like, hey, because I'm so focused on these pages, I'm like, when do I do my research? Now, when it comes to science and like crazy, I'm on it all day. But like this stuff, like I'm creating something, and but how do I go about it to put it in the public's eye? That's a challenge on its own. But yeah, no, I don't think I've never been on like some of the main guys. Some of the guys are just doing this stuff. Um, Yeah, like I've been on your show. I've been on your stuff. I've been with Marshall. I've been on with other creators, but like the other guys, like no. Let's see, but it's okay because right now I'm just happy to be able to do my work, and that's where I stand. I mean, advertising and getting the eyes on your product is good too. You have to. If you're definitely making sales, you're trying to keep things going. Like I know I've got volume two of Under God and volume. I want these volumes sold so I can get on to getting volume three printed out. And I guess that's where the whole Kickstarter thing comes in. I just say, and I guess my gripe is, I mean, because maybe I needed more followers, and I jumped straight into what is it, Kickstarter, with barely any followers, and that crashed on its face. But the book was done too. Even on the thing, I say, "Hey, book's done," and it just blows my mind. Like in some cases, you have like, I don't want to bring it up, but I'll have to. Like people in Comics Gate, some of that, you know, if people are waiting like years for a book, but get funded, and the book's not even. But then you tell people, "Hey, the book is done," and then do the opposite. I'm just trying to understand human psychology still on that level. And I guess it doesn't matter with what the work is. I don't know. It's a mashup. You just got to keep testing things out, see what sticks, and also be yourself. Just be yourself. Yeah, I have. I can live stream every day. I upload 12 times a day on Facebook. And how's that working? On some real stuff. Uploading on Facebook. I'm sure you've got to have some like good feedback on that. I've never done that before, but I can't be asked to make original video content every other day. Yes, yeah, um, yeah. That's right there. If I have to sit there and think like, okay, well, let me see what subject we're going to talk about. That does take some thinking. I mean, I'm like, what story am I writing, or what am I going into? Or fix that hand up. Oh yeah, we gotta fix this. Kind of like to go at it rough and then go back over and clean it up. But yeah, no, I've been on several times. Right, we're gonna have to come back to this image. Do some draw her face in a bit, get her angle right. I live stream to Farm for Clips to upload online, and because I expect at least one person to be active chatting. Yeah, it's to kind of help, with the process, with the flow, things, and it probably helps on the algorithm too. I'm assuming Facebook won't let me monetize my page unless it's 30 days old and I get invited. Really? And what's with Instagram too? I guess you need 1,000 followers just to live stream now. Oh, well, that's not too bad. So when did Facebook start doing this? The monetizing and all that. I'm gonna have to let her drive it. What names are the characters? This is Illyria. This is Karen. I have her card actually. What did I do with the cards? Here they are. Yeah, yeah, that's her. Actually, this character down here is this character. See, this is my computer work, my computer arts. I color on computer and draw on it too. So, and I don't always do traditional, so, but a lot of times I do traditional. But yeah, that's the character. No, I mean the protagonist, the girl with the bull hair, with the pumpkin haircut. Oh, that's October. There's two of them. There's sevens in October. October Magnolia is the girl with the pumpkin haircut, the bowl haircut, her sugar bowl. Let's see. But yeah, it's October. She's got a tail too. And yeah, I'm about to play some Breath of Fire when I get off this stream for a little bit, and then I gotta go do my international stuff. See how that works out. Just gotta bite the bullet and just do it, man. Just do it. Make it available to everyone. It's only fair, dude. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Give me a second. I'll read that here. I'll read this in a second. Give me a second. Sure, ears ain't lopsided. Oops. The little horns. You gotta fist the front because she's running. Get her. All right, I'll read the comments. Okay, so I've been running ads to get as much engagement on my page and the people on Facebook like my stuff. Hold on before I read that. And hold on. And their monetization is invite only. They've dropped hard requirements. I've heard people get monetized from 200 followers to 2,000. A lot of people say 5K is a safe goal. Huh. But the organic algorithm doesn't know who to push it to yet because the page is still new. So it's still in its infancy, kind of still adjusting and learning. But give it time and consistent progress, it will happen. Now you got me curious about it. Yeah, this must have been recent that they started doing all this stuff. Our finger's looking a little janky here. They started it in 2019. Oh, for a while ago. Well, I didn't even know about that, to be honest. Hmm. Well, that's good to know that, though. Hmm. All right. So you said you're having Young Wavy on. You wanted to have him on your show, do a live stream. Have quite a bit on volume three. I don't want to give an exact number yet, but it's up there. I just say we're shooting. I'm shooting for over 300 pages, but there might be some changes. It's gonna be 330 pages. With the printing cost and all that stuff going on, and even when I got volume three or two printed out, um, yeah, let's just say the price exceeded what I expected from like last time because of everything went up. That's why volume two is up the way up $12. And that's the thing too. Self-publishing, um, definitely a route I wanted because of the freedom. I'm kind of hard-headed, so I like being able to create what I want to create, and I don't want to be stuck drawing a character that I don't want to draw. You know, then it feels like I'm clocking in for someone else. And they're getting all the benefits from my life, from my work, and you get nothing, kind of thing. I've had it with that kind of stuff, and that kind. I can't do it no more. So that's why I'm do what I do, self-publish. Um, But the generic advice I hear is posting several times a day. I know how to repurpose my content to post 12 times a day easily, which is quite a bit, man. People usually say do at least 3 times a day. I, I would say yeah. So I like that morning, evening, and night, because then I heard something about being oversaturated. Then I heard people say no, it's good to be consistent. Then what is it? Oversaturated, consistent. What is it? And I guess there's some balance in that. Yeah, I think Wavy hasn't hit me up yet because I haven't been active on Insta lately. Hmm. You think maybe it's a number thing? Kind of. I mean, I'm sure he. I'm not sure, but maybe he try again. Are you? I kind of wonder what's going on with that whole. Hold on. Literally less than 5% of your followers see your content. You could post 24 times a day and it won't matter. Huh. Like I said I'll give it some thought on that to actually to do the Facebook stuff, which would probably be good to invest in and look into. But on this whole thing, I do want to work for myself, and not only with this stuff, I also want to sell like art too. So sell art, even the art that comes, that's from this story. Kind of have like other venues as well. Followers are literally a vanity metric in modern social media. Yeah, it's funny about that word media. Media actually means illusion. Isn't that crazy? So we have to live this social illusion that, in a way, I guess followers and views are now the new currency. But in some way, I guess you do need those to people to kind of see your work. I swear we live in the twilight zone. Too. Get her featured in real quick. Um, a newsletter is a better idea if you want followers who will look at your work at your yeah. I oh yeah, another thing you should look into is book clubs. Book clubs, man, that's underrated. You can do book club meetings and meet people that are in book clubs. Double inking Razia Carl Kopinski. How you doing, Grog? Yeah, I gotta do it. Gotta get it in. Yeah, newsletter. Also look into like book groups and Facebook. Before my stuff got whatever happened to it, I will try again. Um, yeah, that's That's a really good idea. It's something to definitely look into. Book clubs sound like a good idea. I just don't get out as much as I should. I mean, and they're you know what's also cool about them? They're always around. Even your local book clubs, they're always going on. Matter of fact, I had a nurse aide show up here because of my situation with my dad and all that. And I'm sitting here working on my manga one morning, and she was telling me, she's like, "Oh, you you do this now?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she was like, she ended up buying like 3 copies from me, and she was telling me about the book clubs and how they're always, you know, available, and there's always people doing them, and that right there is a good kind of undermined, kind of like not looked at, looked upon. It's like overlooked or never looked at. So definitely something good to look into if you get a chance. Because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I'd like to physically be there at to be at one and have the books ready. And her horn shouldn't be that far up on her head. So we gotta use some white out and clean that up. I think my college had a manga book club. I should look for more clubs, find people to talk to about the stuff I've been reading, and get critique. Recently started the Alita manga. Oh yeah, dude, that manga's pretty cool. I think I have the first one. Yes. Well, thank you for stopping in, Mason. And I've learned a lot too. Thank you, man. I'll have to hit you up soon. But good luck on your live stream. If I'm off of here, well, I'm gonna be on for another 30 minutes. Let's hit that 2 hour mark, or maybe three. See where we're at. I'll come check you out, man. But man, thank you for stopping in. It's good to have you here. And you guys want go check out Mason, Masanum is the author of Purgatory Academy and many others. So let's go Metal Hero. Go check him out. So yeah, good guy. So you plan on doing some studies on it later? Yeah, it's very interesting. The people, from what I've met or and learned, the ones that came here, they gave me a full insight of, you know, about that, and I said, oh, that's freaking cool to know about. Her hair is looking kind of wild. This hair here, we're gonna have to fix that up. Like right here, it just looks tacky because her hair is always long, flowing, and I have to do her skin tone last because she's got like green skin. God damn! Look at that! Look at that! That's a mess. Excuse my language. God, can't do anything about this right now, so we will come back to that. If you guys are new here, hit that like button. Even if you've been here, you guys are around, hit that like button. And if you like, subscribe to this channel too. Every little bit helps. And also come check out Undergod Volume 1 and 2 at angelsoftherenaissance.com. Get these volumes sold so we can go ahead and Get to volume three. I'd like to have physical copies of volume three before this year's over. Get volume four on the roll. Would have been sooner, but let's say things in life happen and it can halt your production somewhat. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll come back to this because this is gonna bother the hell out of me. This, like, damn, the heck were you thinking? There we go. Try not to smear that. Okay. How about that? Okay, we'll let her dry a bit, and we'll come back to this page. Yeah, let it go. I just can't let it go. Okay. Got a stream. Hold on. Got a Steam controller recently. Really cool, but now I want to game more than draw. So far, I started Deltarune and Doom, the Dark Ages. So you're gonna be pretty occupied. You could create a reward system. I know it's like hard as hell. It's like, damn, I got this game. I do it all the time. I got this game. I really want to play it, but I see these pages. I really need to get those done. And yeah, it can be a headache. Hmm. Do you want to do this? No. Here, no. Erase this first. Oh shit! I gotta put in her backpack. There we go. I have to get the brush and actually do her hair because my little marker went out. What's going on, Draw Zombie? How are you doing tonight or this evening? Getting it in, knocking these pages out, and yeah. What's new with you? What's going on? What's happening? What's going on with everyone? Yeah, I'm pretty excited with Volume 3 coming out, the release of that. Yes, happy almost Friday. So that's exciting as well. But I think, I ain't gonna lie, I think after Volume 5 drops, that's when things will probably pick up, like become, but we'll see how it goes with this whole international stuff and the sales on that and how the people across the pond think about it and what they feel. There we go. We're gonna have our own little personal Monben going on right now. So and I think too, like when you knock out your pages or any kind of work, and then you play a game, there is it feels. I ain't gonna lie, it does feel much more rewarding because it's like a sense of accomplishment. Oh, where's that paintbrush? The paintbrush does feel a little faster than the marker. Which is the only thing I fucking hate is the ink usage. So now I gotta go back and go get some more ink eventually. Yeah, I'm about to play some Project Zomboid. I do want to play a game, ain't gonna lie, but after after this, after I'm done with everything, it's not only this, it's a bunch of other stuff. You know, there we go. enough. Yeah. Yeah, I see. It's like it's just something about it. Like I once it like I will when I have all my stuff done, that's when I can like take a week, take a few days, and just I would love to take a week and just game out, catch up on some stuff. Sharpen those edges with a G pen with a nib. In 2 seconds and get her hair in, and then I'll check the chat. There we go. Okay, we'll let that dry. Come back, rinse and repeat. See, see, I looked at this stories. You just gotta go on. Never played any of those games. I have to check it out. Vintage story. So much, so much to do, so little time. There we go. Oh shit. What do we got here? How you doing, Mitsuri? How are you? Thank you. You you're blowing up my chat. Thanks you. It's good to have you here. We're just doing some drawing, working on Under God Volume 3, finishing it up. Ouch. No, no, you're good. You're fine. I like it. I'm not complaining. That's cool. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. I looked up and I seen. I was like, oh, who wrote all that? I much appreciate it. Thank you. Come join us as we draw and just kind of chill. Just promoting the second volume of Under God, second and the first. And I'm completing volume 3 at the moment. It's almost there. It's getting there. Much appreciated. Thank you. I guess I can share it here in a minute. Thank you. Listen to some Dragon Ball and doing some drawing. Actually, just listening to motivational. It's yeah, just having fun with it. Thank you. You know what? I need to get into that. Demon Slayer, Hunter x Hunter. Those are like I hear a lot about them, and I know I'm guilty for not jumping into Demon Slayer sooner. Well, I will definitely give that a watch. Demon Slayer, because I've heard so much about it. It's like, dude, you gotta go read the Bible. It's one of those things. Gyo Tomiyaka. What's that about? And without warning, without Mitsuri Kanroji. Oh yeah, I got a lot to catch up with. Ever since I've been working on Undergod, this manga, it's it's taken a lot out of my life. Like I know, like earlier we were talking about video games and stuff. It's one of those things like when I'm not working on this, I feel guilty. It's like something in my subconscious, like, hey, dude, you should be doing this. But at some point, I need to enjoy these things. I'd love to go catch up on some old school anime. Tomorrow's just never guaranteed. I guess that's like one of my things that kind of eats at me. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Are the characters of Demon Slayer? No, they're from my own manga, from Undergod. Here's my manga, Undergod, Volume 2 and Volume 1. Physical copies. Oh, she's got a tail too. She's got a October is her name. So here's a picture of her and her tail. She's half dragon. Yeah, that's her. And who I was drawing earlier is Goddess Illyria. Here's her card, but it's a holograph card. You can't really catch it. But yeah, that's her. But yeah, no, these are from my series Under God. This came out on the 26th of this month, or in July. And the third one, I'm really pushing for. I'm almost done with the third book, so if we can sell enough of these, we can get the third one going. Or else it's just going to be sitting in file until income comes in. So yeah, come check it out. Under God, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 1 is a limited edition on this title right here. This will change into this. So there's only so many of these left. So get them while you can. So yeah. But yeah, I'll check out Demon Slayer. No, I didn't know about the character. Yeah, she's got a tail and she's got to keep it hidden from other like people and stuff. See here, our little backpack. And there's her straps around already. I can't wait for the third. Oh, neither can I. I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait to get it out my system either and start the fourth one because there's gonna be 30 volumes altogether. This is like a life project. I appreciate that. And we'll see how it does internationally as well. I'm excited about that. Like, I wonder how the Japanese would they'll think of it. And there we go. But yeah, I appreciate that. Matter of fact, the cover for the third book needs to be done soon. Okay, there we go. Got to do a little rise. Especially like working really small. Okay, and the field of grass behind her, and behind Sevens too. And the screen tones and all that stuff I'll put in last. That's all done after the process. And he still needs his skin tone and all that. So does Goddess Illyria. There we go. So I assume you read the first two then. Also, some happy grass. Some happy grass trails. All right. But this was something I like to do. I like having 5 pages ready, penciled out, rough penciled, and then just go and knock them out, man. Hello, Moto. Does that just happen? Oh, because of my, I got a thing, and it was like a recognition thing. Hey, sorry. There we go. If we need to, we'll come back and add some touch ups and stuff. But I'll wait and then I'll come back to that. How many pages do you ink in a day? 5. I can say I ink 5 a day, and that's why I need to go get some more ink. This thing is about out. I mean, it will be out soon. But I mean, I still got this little bit right here. I'll try that. But 5 pages. Just try to like ink 5 pages a day. Just because I ink them, don't mean they're completely done because they still need uh wash like ink washes and screen tones. Yes. Okay. Just give me 2 seconds. I need to check something real fast. Then we'll clean her up. Get that all done, and we can do this background too. The background ain't gonna be that bad. And this right here, yeah, this is gonna bother the hell out of me. There we go. Okay, so I'll read the comments here in a second for the chat. Let me put some white out on this because that just looks like a mess. That dry bit. Okay, yeah. We'll come back and like fix this. Whiteout brushes suck after you use them after a while. They just get all clumpy and get matted together. For some reason, that ink specifically always gets stuck in my nib. Clean the oil out of it, but it does not flow. Switch to Dr. Martens and Carbon Black. See, I figured. See, that's why I had it sitting for a minute. I use this, the Speedball Super Black. It's so nice and it glides very easy. It doesn't get chunky on the nib and stuff. I've been drawing both digital and traditional, and I feel like I enjoy traditional more. I don't feel as constrained. I agree. There's like some sense like more freedom to it, like more hands on. I mean, of course you're using your hands to do shit on digital, but there's more of a feel of the paper and the materials going through your body, kind of, like not like that. Like you get a feel of it. Like you feel grounded. Like me personally, I feel grounded. This whiteout's starting to congeal a little. Try to lay it out smooth so there ain't no lumps on it. All right, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see. I do more digital, but switch what program I use for illustration. Clip Studio for comic and manga work, and Rebel 7 for watercolor and traditional. Its simulation engine is amazing. Not heard of Rebel 7. Clip Studio, yep. Dabble, messed around with it very briefly. But they all transition all together pretty well. Same with 3D programs. Like 3D modeling programs, they're almost the same. There might be some little differences, but yeah. And then you go back to traditional, it all still, it's not like you lose anything either, you know. Just because you go digital for a while and then you go to traditional, you don't really lose anything. Personally, I've not lost anything. Let me see here. There we go. I don't like the lag between my pen touching the tablet. Yeah, I'm with you on that too. Like that lag. Anytime I'm working digital and I move too quick, it doesn't keep up with my tempo. There is a slight delay. If I that's I think that's what throws me off about it. Traditionally, if I want a line to look a certain way, I could just hold my pen differently. Versus digitally, I'd have to go through a bunch of new brushes. Mm. Yeah, or even yeah, especially you're changing and presetting your brushes and stuff, and instead of just turning your paper or yeah, that's the yeah, I agree with that. 2 seconds. I'll be. Give me a second. test. Clean that up real quick, and then I'll go ahead and see. We've been on for what, 2 hours and a second. I'll check that out. It's good to go back over and clean up your lines if they're like splitting and all that stuff. Just the little fine details. Fuck, I just put my hand in the ink. See 2 seconds. I'll check this out. Okay, so I had my XP pen that did that. Digital eye. I had an XP pen that did that and returned it. Most ones don't do it. Now, since they have laminated screens and whatnot, I run a pen tablet after those, so never had to deal with it since. Hmm. Yeah, it's funny. I still got my little Wacom bamboo pad. It still plugs into the USB. I still use that to this day if I need to. I've had that thing for eons. See. Should be dry enough. What is going on, Yoshi? It's good to have you here. I tried to go on Instagram, but like I said, it was having some issues. And well, actually, I guess you need 1,000 followers just to jump on, just to live stream. So maybe when I get 1,000 followers, maybe then we'll go ahead and do that one day. Yeah, it's good to have you here, Yoshi. Hey, they gotta dress a little fancy. I've got the cards. No, I haven't seen the update. I'll have to check that out. find the holograph card. I just had it. Literally just had it. All right. What's going on, Brockshake? How are you doing? See, real quick. Hold on, real quick. I'll read Brockshake here in a second. But no, I did not see the update, Sludge. I didn't see that, but I'll have to look into that. I'm not getting monetized. Those are still goaded. I think most artists stayed with Wacom at first over the little things like what I mentioned earlier and other stuff on like Spongy Nib and cheap billing. But yeah, I still got my little Wacom pad, Wacom, whatever they call them. But I still got that and my little bamboo one. How's it going, Brock? Yeah, he's actually on my channel today. Last time, normally he's always gaming out. If you guys want, you guys check out his channel at Brock Shake. Uh, yeah, he just games out, plays some vintage games, some old school games. He's playing Earthbound last time, and I just happened to catch his stream, and I was like, cool, that's up my alley. And today, he's on my channel, and I'm sitting here drawing and promoting the Undergod book too. So, how long have I been on? We're almost, yeah, been on for quite a bit. But yes, the characters are dressed very nice. Unlike Sevens in October right now, they're kind of in adventure clothes. Great, rocking the camps. 16th third generation is just really, yeah. I love the pen tablet. I've never, maybe that one time, but I've never really drawn on the screen. It's always with the little tablet. But yeah, I'm glad to. It's good to have you guys here tonight or this evening. It's been on for quite a bit. Just knocking out these pages, trying to get volume 3 out of together, so we'll have that available this year. Some of the bullshit makes it harder to get monetized. They won 1,000 subs with 8,000 watch hours or 20 million shorts views. Pretty much, they want it impossible. That's what's going on with Instagram then too, because I was like I said, I was going to do a live on Instagram, and then it was like, hey, you need 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, oh shit, well, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see that. That's insane. I wonder when they dropped that. My hot take: screens are oversized, are overrated. That's insane. So it's not only going for Instagram; it's also going for YouTube. Remember when YouTube used to be simpler? Used to be easier. February 2027 is when it rolls out. Oh wow. That's what the whole thing with having cameras in your car. They want people to have cameras in their car by that year or something like that. I'm like, for fucking what? What do you think it's gonna do to people? So then when you don't have a camera in your car, now you're gonna think you're being surveyed. You know, it's like a subconscious like messing with you psychologically, kind of like because now you're gonna think, well, I got a camera on me 24/7. The people are not gonna act natural, you know. And then also, I guess you're not allowed to work on your car anymore, like fix your car, do your own oil changes, and do all that stuff. Gosh, I swear, man. Don't you think after a while people are gonna get sick of that shit, or even trying to be a thing? And we're already dealing with enough shit already, with high bills, all this stuff going on, like high everything. And now you want to now you want to survey us, do like surveillance on us like 24/7. Now I feel like I'm in a hamster cage. For ad revenues, they got to keep increasing it. I see. Apparently, it's to fight AI channels to get monetization. That's BS. Some art channels have lost all monetization because of all YouTube AI moderation. So maybe they should stop using AI, but money. Yeah, that instant gratification, that instant thing to say, hey, if I can't draw it or I can't do it, then I can prompt it and it's there instantly. That's what people love, instant gratification without the work. Yeah, gas is too high. Need a Sheikah Slaver. Yeah. Yeah, you need that or freaking ocarina or you know, Mario's whistle. Like you need a spaceship or you need something now because just what's the point, man? It's like I said, we live in a hamster cage and there's nothing cool about that. And there's only so many of those, like there's only one ocarina in the world. But anyways, but yeah, uh we need to figure that out. Monetization ruin YouTube. It makes people create slop content. Yeah. Can I dish this out quick enough? Or I've seen there's a lot of AI videos that definitely flood the algorithm. AI stories, like little stuff like that. Can you guys give me a minute? I have to check on something. All right, I'm back. Yeah, but yeah, everything's too high. I swear. I think we're being replaced as humans. All right, you guys. See, I'll do this background here. You know what? I think I'm gonna call it. I can probably jump on later if I'm feeling it. But other than that, I appreciate you guys very much. What's going on, White Cat? Um, I guess I can give myself 10 more minutes. A little more time. I'm just getting feeling froggy if I want to go ahead and do this background. These backgrounds real quick. It's gonna be ending soon. I need to eat something. It's been 2 hours and a half, and I don't want to keep you guys on here like while I eat, so that'd be rude. You know what? Tell you what. Hmm. Okay, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. What's going on, Chauncey? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We can do this. Let's knock it out. Yeah. How are you doing? Congratulations on your work, Chauncey. Thank you. It's come along. It's almost done. Volume three's nearing completion. We're gonna take a break and then jump into volume four. Yeah, much appreciated. This scene is looking at clouds from beneath them. Is what's going on in this panel. And these clouds are like multi-layered. It's like this scene actually. This looking at the cloud. I remember being underneath a thundercloud and how the layers of clouds. It looked so awesome. Felt epic. And in this scene, I'm just recreating that thundercloud, that scene I seen kind of in my head or in person. And like high above is kind of clear, but you could see the other clouds starting to form in and come in. Cumulonimbus. Thank you. It's coming along. Little storm clouds. Oh, I would say little, but they're big. I gotta. Maybe I could sit here and brush them in. instead of giving these clouds a hard line, especially this nib. I want it to be thicker lines. Oh, hello, Moto. Then the horizon of Rizelia, the city, one of the major cities in Undergod. I'll say a city a long time ago that well, she lived on the outskirts. October lived on the outskirts of the Rizelia Empire. You got the city here. Well, it's a small city, like a town, but the inhabitants in it made it pretty big because of their size. Some of the inhabitants are over 10 feet tall. The humans don't live in it yet. So I can't go all the way through with the full construction of the city because it has its outer walls, just enough to, for protection. Yeah, that's the outer walls of the city. The city's not fully developed. Like I said, it's still like in a town. But then the humans show up, and now they gotta expand it. But I don't want to get ahead of myself on the story. There we go. Thank you. It still needs its little fixings and stuff. I'm just letting it dry a little, starting to with all those concentrated lines in it, starting to want to warp the paper or wants to soak, and I'm like, no, we're gonna let me lay off of it for a second. This is where I'm doing like little stipples, little touch, little touches on it just to give that sense of distance. Then when all this is dry up, then I can hit it with the eraser. Fly. It's coming along though. I gotta try to make it look underdeveloped right now, like still in its working process. Another angle of the city, like a closer view of it. So still a little tricky. It's okay. I'm just gonna move in. It's almost like bring yourself closer and lower to the city, at the foot of the wall, at the foot of the city. So one of the main buildings. Pyramid on it. Because the city's like a town right at the moment. It will be a city. Is on the edge of a cliff, kind of by the ocean, or a giant lake. Sorry. I know this process probably looks like what the hell is he drawing? It's to build up. Yeah, they're like moving in closer to the city, the town. Because there's not even 1,000 inhabitants in it yet. It's just everyone's just big as hell, size wise. Okay, I'll come back to this page. Let that kind of dry, do its thing. But yeah, this is like one of my routines and how I work. I try to stay pumping them out, these pages out, and also I try to keep multiple things going at once. Before you know it, you're done. You can do this digital as well. All right. Let's try some happy clouds behind October and sevens. It's one thing I always like, sitting in tall grass and look at the clouds. Hello, Moto. All right, as soon as I'm done doing these clouds, you guys, I better call it. My stuff's about to die, and I'm hungry too. Take a little lunch break. Thank you guys so much for stopping in tonight, this evening. Probably be back on tomorrow again. So, yeah, thanks for coming in and drawing with me, hanging out. And if you guys can and want, every bit helps. Come get your copy of Under God, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And all the proceeds will go towards Volume 3 as well. And I'm really want to put this card game back out. So, yeah, come get your copy at angelsoftherenaissance.com. Every bit helps. And I appreciate you guys very much for all you guys done and, being here. And spread the word too. So, let's grow everything, this channel, these books, everything. So, in the meantime, you guys stay awesome, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. And like I said, angelsoftherenaissance.com, and get your copies of Under God Volume 1 and 2. In the meantime, you guys have an awesome day and have a great one. And thank you. I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.